Studios. This is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport. Washington, D.C. police have a suspect in the killing of a wealthy family and their housekeeper.
Police reportedly identified him from DNA left on pizza crust inside of the home. They believe he ordered the food last Wednesday night while he'd tied up and even tortured the wife and son to get money out of the father.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez. Authorities believe Darren Wint set the house on fire to destroy evidence. He talked and talked.
I think the American people are ready for it to end. American people think the bulk collection of our records with a generalized warrant is a mistake and ought to end.
Senate Republican Rand Paul opposing a bill to renew the Patriot Act. He spoke for 10.5 hours. And Nebraska's legislature approving a bill to abolish the death penalty. Republican Governor Pete Ricketts promises to veto the measure, but lawmakers have enough votes for an override. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baer.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power.
Friday, May 29th, kicks off the second annual Ocala Bike Fest. It starts at Harley-Davidson of Ocala, where you'll find vendors, beer, food. It starts at 11 a.m. with a live DJ till 3 and live music from 3 to 7. Then Saturday starts off at Ocala Indian with a poker run at 10:30 a.m. It all ends up at ARC's main campus on Mare Camp Road, where you'll find bike games, 50-50 drawing, beer, and live music by the Blues Busters, Rusted Steel, and more. The best barbecue restaurants and food trucks in town are going to be there competing for the title of the Ocala Bike Fest's Best Barbecue, and most importantly, the chance drawing for the hardest decision you'll ever have to make. A brand new Harley or a brand new Indian? That's right. This year's winner will choose between the Harley or the Indian. Indian or the Harley? The 112-year battle continues. Which bike will go home with the lucky winner? The public is welcome to all events. No motorcycles needed. Come out, have fun, and help a great cause all at the same time. Friday and Saturday, May 29th and 30th. For more information, visit ocalabikefest.com.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Looking for that spot to try some real Cuban food? Head on over to Mama V's Cuban Cafe with home-cooked food just like Abuela used to make it. Mama V's is the #1 authentic Cuban cuisine. Centrally located on Highway 200 in Ocala. Best Cuban sandwich, steak, black beans and rice, and yummy sweet plantains. Tres leche and flan for dessert. Mama V's is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 7, Saturday, 10 to 9. Sandwich combos include side and drink for $7.95. And you've got to try Mama V's Tropical Shakes. 622-1727. Mama V's Cuban Cafe.
Wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Who did this?
P&P Tikis and more, of course. Now I have a tiki hut for shade, and I can enjoy the sounds of my cascading fountain while feeding my koi fish in my own pond. They even fixed my fence and redid all my landscaping. Nice to see a professional, reliable, family-owned business. Yes, P&P Tikis is the natural Florida tiki builder and water features designer. With free estimates, P&P Tikis is licensed and insured. Call 352-877-3307 for your very own tiki hut and more. That's 352-877-3307. P&P Tikis.
So you need a credit card, but how do you choose? Let's compare the big banks to Florida Credit Union. They have rewards, and we do too. They have customer service. Hello, 24/7. They have celebrities. Hey, Danny. But with Florida Credit Union, there's no annual fee, no liability for fraudulent charges, and no 22% interest rates. Choose Florida Credit Union, and you'll not only have a great credit card, but you'll have the support and personal touch that the big banks, well, can't touch. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Black Cow composted cow manure is a terrific organic soil amendment. We start with cow manure from dairy farms and then compost it a full 90 days. The result is an all-natural, dark, rich soil amendment that's great for everything you grow. Flowers, vegetables, shrubs, trees, and lawns too. Look for Black Cow in the bright yellow and black bag at your favorite nursery or garden center.
Black Cow, the mature manure. Black Cow.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
Visit the WOCA website at www.woca.com.
Living with his parents but calls them my roommates, just scream Mr. Right.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is First Light from Westwood One. Good morning. I'm Dirk Van Nyspeed with you again. Big oil spill up top. California declaring a state of emergency in Santa Barbara County with tens of thousands of gallons of crude tarring up the beaches. We'll hear from correspondent Jim Roop. And that's it. The finale for longtime late-night TV host David Letterman. After 33 years, a star-studded goodbye. Correspondent Steve Kastenbaum will join us. Got your Thursday to forecast. Cooler northeast. Bring the umbrella. More storms for Texas, too. Workmanlike sports. Cavs draw first blood. Cards and Nats win. So do the Astros, Angels, and Giants. And the Bolts nip the Rangers in OT. Busby business, a tad bearish out there. And Chuck's got a funny one. Treasures of New York. So join us. Lots to talk about. Thursday, the 21st of May, 2015. It's 7 past. They're calling it an aggressive cleanup in the waters off Santa Barbara County, California, where a ruptured pipeline spewed more than 100,000 gallons of crude and more than 20,000, they say, in the Pacific, fouling beaches, wildlife, and spoiling those beaches just before the Memorial Day holiday, as correspondent Jim Roop tells us.
Dirk, it happened sometime Tuesday morning. Beachgoers noticed it around noon, called authorities. Then it took another 3 hours to cap the break. Janet Wolf is the chairperson of the Santa Barbara County Board of Supervisors.
This is a disaster. It's a worst nightmare scenario.
The spill from a ruptured 24-inch pipe occurred at Refugio State Beach, one of the more popular stretches of beaches along the coast, just north of the city of Santa Barbara. And while it's unclear exactly how much oil has spilled into the water and onto the beach, it is considered in scope, says Coast Guard Captain Jennifer Williams, a medium spill.
It's definitely more than we would like. We don't want any spills to happen on our coastline.
A 9-mile swath of oil in 2 patches is floating about 2 miles off the coast. Much of the beach is black with thick, pungent crude. It stings even when you breathe. Marine life and the coastline are a major concern. Environmental groups are concerned also for the ecosystem. The beaches are closed while investigators try to figure out exactly what happened.
Accidental releases happen.
Darren Palmer is with Houston-based Plains All-American Pipeline, which owns the pipe. He says the company is cooperating and coordinating with responding agencies.
Our focus remains on the safety of first responders. We are committed to the thorough cleanup of this accident.
Palmer says the underground pipe was inspected just a week or more ago and admits, though, none of Plains All-American's tools or gauges picked up any flaws.
We do everything we can to prevent it from happening. We run ILI tools in this pipeline. We do maintenance pigging on it to prevent these type of things from happening.
EPA and U.S. Justice Department records show Plains has 10 serious past spills, including a burst pipe in Los Angeles around the same time last year. Authorities say it could take days, if not weeks, to clean it all up. Dirk?
Thank you, Jim. Correspondent Jim Roop. The pipeline's still underground, so it'll take a few days to assess the full extent of the damage. And Plains All-American and a host of volunteers working round the clock to clean it up. Also up top, a late-night TV icon, calling it a career. David Letterman retired last night. But he went out in style, as correspondent Steve Kastenbaum tells us.
Dirk,
It was 33 years in the making, and it did not disappoint. David Letterman's final show featured a look back at so many memorable moments, it's impossible to list them all. He had so much material to choose from in the more than 6,000 shows he did at CBS and NBC. The big crowd pleaser, though, was the top 10 list. It featured some of Letterman's favorite celebrity guests reading the things that they always wanted to tell Dave. Jerry Seinfeld was among them.
Dave, I have no idea what I'll do when you go off the air. You know, I just thought of something. I'll be fine.
Fellow Seinfeld cast member Julia Louis-Dreyfus came on soon after.
Thanks for letting me take part in another hugely disappointing series finale.
They, of course, cut to Jerry Seinfeld's puzzled reaction after that one. Bill Murray had the honor of going on last with number 1.
Dave, I'll never have the money I owe you.
Oh, no.
Dave gave the audience a rare behind-the-scenes look at what he and the staff did every day, and there were other bits as well. But then Letterman got serious, and he thanked everyone who worked on the show for all those years.
Now, these people collectively that I have just now mentioned and introduced, believe me, this is absolutely the truth, deserve more credit for this show than I ever will.
He, of course, thanked the fans as well.
The people who watch this show, there's nothing I can do to ever repay you. Thank you for everything. You've given me everything. And thank you again.
And now there is a huge hole here on Broadway that can never be filled. Dirk?
Thank you, Steve. Correspondent Steve Casabob. David Letterman noting all the praise that he's received of late, saying, do me a favor, save a little for my funeral. One of a kind, a genius of late night, and we thank him for entertaining us all those years. That's our close-up. Thursday weather next on First Light, and oh, those Cavaliers when we return. It's 11 past. We'll be right back.
Power Service Diesel Clean plus Cetane Boost is a complete injector cleaner and performance improver made just for diesels that cleans injectors, boosts cetane, and lubricates fuel injection components. To get the benefits of today's cleaner burning fuels, new technology is required. The Max HP formula of Diesel Clean restores lost power, smooths rough-running engines, and improves fuel economy up to 8%. You can't get peak diesel performance from an additive made for both gas and diesel. Get Diesel Clean at auto and farm and ranch stores nationwide.
Hi, I'm Ryan Seacrest for RAD. Over 300 people in this country are killed every week by a drunk driver. That's the equivalent of 2 747 plane crashes every single week. And the problem isn't going away unless we all do our part to stop it. So if you see someone who's about to drive after drinking, get the keys. Don't leave it up to anyone else. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service announcement brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
In the time you've spent listening to this radio spot, you could have completed and submitted an entire expense report with a simple picture of your receipt. That's all it takes for you to get back to work and for your business to run more efficiently. To learn more and discover all the ways Concur helps manage your company's expenses, just go to tryconcur.com for a free test drive.
This is Shaquille O'Neal.
And the Shaquettes.
Reminding you that anytime is a good time.
Good time.
For the cooling, drying, fresh scent of Gold Bond powder spray. Like after the gym.
Or a crowded elevator ride.
Or golf.
Or working with farm animals.
Or a hard day's work.
Like sportscasting.
You said it, ladies. Stay cool with Gold Bond powder spray.
Stay cool with Gold Bond.
14 past Thursday the 21st. Boxing fans, would you believe a 61-rounder happened in San Francisco this day in 1891? Peter Jackson and gentleman Jim Corbett slugged it out until they couldn't raise their arms. What a mess. It was also a draw. The year was 1955, and a young kid named Chuck Berry walked into Chess Records and recorded one of the seminal sounds of rock and roll, and as they say, Beethoven rolled over. Yes. And in 1956, the U.S. uncovered the secrets of nuclear fusion and blew Bikini Atoll to smithereens with the first airborne H-bomb. The arms race really mushroomed after that. The poet Alexander Pope was born this day, so was Impressionist Henri Rousseau. And bluesman Fats Waller, who always insisted, ain't misbehaving. Influenced a generation of pianists and jazz singers. That man had style. Birthday greetings, singer-songwriter, producer Ron Isley. Give him a shout at 74. Comedian turned Minnesota Senator Al Franken, 64. Actor Judge Reinhold still having fast times at 58. And actress Sarah Ramos turns 24 today. Hey, we're getting there. And keeping us on track at AccuWeather.com, meteorologist Maggie Johnson in for Dean. Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning, Dirk.
What you got for us?
Oh, a lot of unsettled weather moving across the country. Two real distinctive disturbances. One, rain across the mid-Atlantic and parts of the Northeast today. We've also got another batch of thunderstorms that'll be across Texas, where they just can't seem to catch a break with wet weather. And the thunderstorms there will also fire up thunderstorms across a lot of the West, including Oregon, where most of the activity is going to be in the afternoon hours.
I guess the bright side of the Texas rain is that it's easing the drought there, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's amazing how when you check the drought monitor, in just a week, it went from a lot of dark, deep reds where they're in extreme drought to very small patches, which is wonderful to see.
As you look into your crystal ball here, the big Memorial Day weekend coming, what do you see for us?
Unfortunately, it looks really stormy across the central part of the country. We're going to have a swath of showers and thunderstorms. It'll be eastern Texas all the way over to Alabama, all up the Mississippi Valley and spreading throughout the Midwest. Now, showers could get into New York City as well, but it looks like the Mid-Atlantic and the Southeast, for the most part, Florida, going to stay largely dry. It's going to be warm and humid, and we're also going to be seeing some pop-up thunder showers across the central Rockies, but by and large, it looks absolutely perfect as you look at the West Coast and most of the Southwest.
Who's on the Dean's list? Maybe North Dakota Bismarck, 73, sunny skies, kind of like that.
I like that. That's a great place to be.
All right. Thanks, Maggie. It sounds pretty good, doesn't it? 96 was tops, Jacksonville, Florida, while they got down to 18 degrees at Doe Lake, Michigan. And that's a look at America's weather. Latest from the newsroom, Jeb Bush is blaming President Obama's decision to pull troops out of Iraq for the country's current turmoil. The younger Bush still trying to fend off comments about his brother, President Bush's decision to invade Iraq in 2003. A hack attack at CareFirst Blue Cross Blue Shield may have compromised the information of over 1 million customers in Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. The cyber attack happened a year ago. And another reason to shake a leg, a new study says every 2 hours of moderate activity like walking or gardening each week can reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by 9%. Stories we're following for you right here on First Light. It's 17 past, sports time. We're a work in progress with Robert Workman. Good morning, Robert.
Gracious good morning to you, Dirk. NBA playoffs last night. And they're right down here. The Cavaliers down the Hawks 97-89 in Atlanta. Home team came out hot, ran up a 9-point first quarter lead, but Cleveland got even by halftime. It was still tied with 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter, and that's when the Cavs started a 22-4 run that carried over into the fourth quarter. J.R. Smith made 5 3-pointers during that game and put the Hawks in an 18-point hole with less than 10 minutes to play. But then Cleveland went 6 minutes in the fourth quarter without a basket. Atlanta got back within 4 at 91-87. Cavaliers made enough of their free throws down the stretch to hold on. Smith hit 8 trays in all for 28 points. LeBron James had 31. Jeff Teague had 27 for Atlanta, but Damari Carroll injured his left knee with 5 minutes to go. Had to get out of the game. MRI today. We'll have to see if he'll be able to play in Game 2 tomorrow night in Atlanta.
For his shooting and defense on LeBron, too.
Exactly, yeah. Warriors Rockets tonight in Oakland, Game 2 with Golden State on top. 1-0 there. NHL playoffs also in the conference final round. In the East, Game 3, the Lightning outraced the Rangers 6-5 in overtime to take a 2-1 series lead. New York led 2-0 midway through the first period on goals from Derek Brassard and Jesper Fast, but Tampa Bay then scored the next 4 in a row to take the lead. Fast scored again late in the second. Ryan McDonough tied it on the power play early in the third. Andre Palat, one of the triplets, got his second of the night to put the Lightning on top with 6 minutes to go, but Dan Boyle tied it with 2 2 minutes left to forced extra time. And then Nikita Kucherov, another one of the triplets, got his second sudden death winner of these playoffs, scoring 3.5 minutes into OT. What is up with Henrik Lundqvist? He's given up 12 goals in the last 2 games. Yeah. That's how many he gave up in the Washington series. That went
40 shots against him last night.
I tell you,
that's not chicken feed.
Somebody needs to block or one or two of those in front. They do have defensemen on the blue shirts, right?
They're supposed to be good at it, too.
Game 4 at Emily Arena in Tampa tomorrow night. Tonight, it's the Blackhawks and Ducks in Chicago, Game 3. That series all even at 1 apiece. Off the ice, Mike Babcock has left the Red Wings to become the new head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Why would he leave Detroit, where they've made the playoffs the last 24 years running, 10 years with him at the helm? They won the Cup in 2008. And why would he go to Toronto, which has made the playoffs once in the past decade and hasn't won the Cup since 1967? I can think of 50 million reasons. That's the 8-year contract that he got from them. Highest paid coach now in the NHL. Bruins have named Don Sweeney as their new general manager. He played 15 years for the Bruins on their blue line. Spent the last 6 years as their assistant GM there. And Ottawa signed their goaltender, Andrew Hammond, the Hamburglar, who went 21-2 in that stretch that got Ottawa into the playoffs this year. He gets a 3-year contract extension, so good for you. In baseball, Nationals nipped the Yankees 3-2. Jordan Zimmerman went 7 innings for the win. Ian Desmond and Tyler Moore with long ball assistance. Second straight Wednesday, Bryce Harper, hottest guy in the game, ejected for arguing strikes with an umpire. His manager, Matt Williams, got the heave-ho as well. Maybe they can promote this as some kind of a thing, Throw out Thursday, you're going to have a wipeout Wednesday or something. I don't know. Tigers tagged the Brewers 5-2. Nick Castellanos came through with a bases-loaded triple to snap a 2-2 tie in the 8th. Detroit scored only 3 runs in the first 2 games of this series. Twins outlasted the Pirates 4-3 in 13 innings. Joe Mauer's first home run since last August. He picked a good time for it, the 13th inning. Glenn Perkins got his league-leading 15th save. Braves blocked the Rays 2-1. Royals rocked the Reds 7-1. Kansas City 26-14, the best record in franchise history through 40 games. The Indians beat the White Sox 4-3. Astros over the A's 6-1. Dallas Keuchel now 6-0. Astros with their best record through 41 games at 27-14. Angels tripped the Blue Jays 4-3. Albert Pujols got hurt with a bruised left hand. His replacement, Mark Krause, 2-run double to win the game. Mariners bagged the Orioles 4-2. Rangers shaded the Red Sox 2-1. Diamondbacks drilled the Marlins 6-1. Miami's lost 6 straight. Phillies over the Rockies 4-2. Ryan Howard, Mr. May, his 4th homer this month. Cardinals wiped out the Mets 9-0. Bartolo Colon, not a whiff of that. You don't want a whiff of that. He gave up all 9 runs. Cubs clipped the Padres 3-2, and the Giants blanked the Dodgers again 4-0. Tim Lincecum with 7 strong innings. Today, the finale in that series, Clayton Kershaw and Madison Bumgarner. You'll want to watch that this afternoon.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Robert. Workmanlike Sports. Straight ahead, Chuck's got a review. We'll give you the business, too. 22 past. We'll be right back.
Kid, let me paint you a picture. Tuesday night, your cog belt goes bust. Who will help you get what you need fast, without the hoops, hurdles, or headaches? Grainger, that's who. I love Grainger. They got a wide variety of products and solutions. Grainger makes it easy to get everything we need, and answers for when we're not sure what the answer is. Now, kid, let me paint you another picture. It looks like a mop, a basement bathroom, and you, all over it. Get it? Got it? Good. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a cold day.
Football
I want to be
stadium.
a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Laura, that was an amazing meal. The guys really went to town on that leg of lamb.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it.
It's hard to believe how much you and Jim have done with the house in such a short amount of time. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, we love it too. And the kids are really thriving in school here. But...
But what? Something's wrong. I know you too well.
Jim's company is cutting his salary, and he may even get laid off. He doesn't think we'll be able to afford the mortgage.
Oh, Laura. You know what? My cousin Susan and her husband were in a similar situation, but they got some terrific advice for free from a housing counselor from the NFCC, the National Foundation for Credit Counseling. You need to be careful who you can trust these days with so many so-called mortgage consultants out there. The NFCC is nonprofit and has been around for more than 50 years.
If you think you're in danger of foreclosure, call the NFCC today at 866-687-6322 or visit mortgagehelpnow.org. That's mortgagehelpnow.org. A public service from the NFCC.
Get down to business on First Light. Gas up another penny, $2.73 now for regular. And with our first buzz of business, correspondent Tom Busby at CNBC. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Dirk. With retailer earnings this week, we learned that shoppers have been spending more at Home Depot than they have at Lowe's and more at Target than at Walmart. And today, some more big retailers report. Best Buy's profits are expected to be a little lower last quarter. Dollar Tree's earnings should be higher. And surprisingly, Sears and sister store Kmart are expected to lose less money than they have before. In today's economic news, new claims for unemployment benefits should be higher last week. Sales of previously owned homes could be up another 1% or more, and a look at U.S. manufacturing during the month of March could show an increase in factory output. And things could get hot again today in Oak Brook, Illinois, where McDonald's shareholders gather at company headquarters, and a ton of protesters and union organizers looking for higher pay will be demonstrating outside.
Busby Business. Thank you, Tom. It's 25 past entertainment time, and our critic, Chuck Rich, is here. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, Dirk. I have a couple of TV suggestions for people who like to laugh. And who doesn't? Okay. This is Red Nose Day. This is a charitable event that's been going on in Britain for a while. This is the first time in the United States where performers of all kinds wear red noses, as in clown noses.
That's why you've got that red nose on.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why you can't hear me too well. No, they various performers are on a show for, I believe, 3 hours tonight on NBC, raising money for charity, all kinds of things. I have seen one part of it, which already makes me want to watch. It is Peter Dinklage and Coldplay doing a musical number about Game of Thrones. That's about all you need to hear, and I've seen it. It's funny. Red Nose Day tonight at 8 on NBC. On PBS, there's a really good documentary in their Treasures of New York series. It's about the Friars Club, which is an actual club. It's an actual building.
Sure.
They have those roasts, which are really good, not the fake, inferior ones done on Comedy Central.
Right there on Park Avenue. It's a great place.
Treasures of New York, the Friars Club, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. The whole country can see it online. What you have to do is go to 13, spell out the word 13, 13.org, and find Treasures of New York, the Friars Club.
I guess they cleaned it up a little bit.
Not that much, actually, but it is packed with jokes, and it's a half hour and leaves you wanting more.
All right, thank you, Chuck. Chuck Rich with the entertainment, 27 past on First Light.
Smiles around your face and laugh loud. Don't frown and don't let the world.
Advance Auto Parts knows what makes a car guy. It's the commitment to maintain an engine through the 300,000-mile mark. It's burning the midnight oil to finish a job most guys would rather hand off. It's loyalty, and it's why there's speed perks from Advance Auto Parts. Spend $100 and get $20 off your next qualified purchase. No cards, no points, no nonsense. Advance Auto Parts, for guys who love getting under the hood.
See store to sign up or visit speedperks.com for details.
This is a guided meditation on parenting. Find a relaxed position to let go of the time you left your daughter's blouse in the dryer too long and it shrunk 4 sizes, or when you donated her private diary to the public library. Deep breaths.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Papi, walking around our block is like walking around the world.
How do you mean?
My friend Kayla's from India, Lily's from China, and Base's from Ethiopia.
We're lucky we live in a diverse community where people from different backgrounds live in the same neighborhood.
I like it.
To learn more about how the Fair Housing Act promotes diversity, visit HUD.gov/fairhousing. The Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, and familial status. A message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
This is the sound of salmonella gyrating on your undercooked chicken. And it looks like Mom might be taking it out a little early. Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So use a thermometer to cook each type of meat to the right temperature. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
On the human side, keeping a civil tongue is fast becoming a lost art in America. Dag nabbit. That's a major pet peeve in a new poll that finds rude behavior in general is on the rise throughout society with, surprise, politics, the rudest and crudest of them all. And H2, oh no, a new study says drinking wastewater will become increasingly necessary as the U.S. population expands, especially in coastal areas. Wastewater. But experts hasten to add that treated wastewater is perfectly safe, even safer, they say, than some existing water supplies. At least that's the poop from Uncle Sam. Ouch. Thursday the 21st. Thanks to David O'Seal and
the most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport. Washington, D.C. police have a suspect in the killing of a wealthy family and their housekeeper.
Police reportedly identified him from DNA left on pizza crust inside of the home. They believe he ordered the food last Wednesday night while he'd tied up and even tortured the wife and son to get money out of the father.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez. Authorities believe Darren Wint set the house on fire to destroy evidence. He talked and talked.
I think the American people are ready for it to end. American people think the bulk collection of our records with a generalized warrant is a mistake and ought to end.
Senate Republican Rand Paul opposing a bill to renew the Patriot Act. He spoke for 10.5 hours. And Nebraska's legislature approving a bill to abolish the death penalty. Republican Governor Pete Ricketts promises to veto the measure, but lawmakers have enough votes for an override. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation. Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baer.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The number one place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper.
WOCA.
We are The Source, WOCA.
This is First Light from Westwood One. Good morning, I'm Dirk Van. Your turn. Those faulty Takata airbags this morning, the Japanese company finally admitting they're defective. Took them more than 10 years. And 6 deaths from exploding bags. Have you checked your car yet to see if it's safe? Give a call, 800-736-3666. Also, while we're talking about cars, what is your favorite car? Is it a Ford, a Chevy, a Chrysler, a Beamer, Benz, Beetle, Accord, Camry, Sentra, Caddy, Lincoln, Porsche? Who makes the best cars, and what's the best car you've ever driven? We're taking a poll this morning, 800-736-3666. You may still be driving it, or maybe it's long gone and you miss it dearly. Your favorite car this morning, give a call, 800-736-3666. My old 65 Mustang ranks right up there. Unfortunately, I wrecked it. But you tell me. First, though, our Thursday Divorcast, meteorologist Maggie Johnson. Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning, Dirk. We have 2 distinct disturbances moving across the country today. We are going to be seeing a batch of rain moving across the mid-Atlantic and parts of the Northeast from Pennsylvania, New York, down through West Virginia, Virginia, into the Delmarva, and even North Carolina, where we're going to be seeing just enough rain to where it's umbrella worthy. Another disturbance is going to bring a lot of rain and thunderstorms still across Texas, so the drought is going to be busted there. Meanwhile, in the west, a lot of nice weather. However, since there is a large-scale disturbance, there will be more thunder showers popping up, especially during the afternoon hours. Most of the activity is going to be around Oregon, where California, unfortunately, stays largely dry. Back to you.
Thank you, Maggie. So, favorite cars and those faulty airbags after these messages.
You've walked through 18 open houses, your feet hurt, and your head is buzzing. Living in a van is starting to sound strangely appealing, but then you hear it. The sound of hope, of Zillow. You glance at your phone to see a 3-bedroom Craftsman in the right school district. It's perfect, and it just showed up on your phone, like magic. So sign up for mobile alerts, and we'll send you homes that fit your criteria when they hit the market. And to think, you wanted to live in a van. Zillow. Find your way home.
Hi, this is John Ondrasik of Five for Fighting, here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. You know, style is a personal thing, and your lifestyle is your business. But if you take it on the road, it becomes everybody's business. So please, plan ahead, designate before you celebrate. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers